What up, people? What up? What's poppin', baby? Shout out to the East Coast, West Coast, Midwest. Vegas Strong, Alphabet City, LES, whatever you want to call it. Shout out to everybody, man. Let me shut this real fast, man. Yeah, man, before I start this show, man, I got a topic I'm going to take care of, man. I'm going to nip something in the butt real fast. I don't want to take too much time. I don't want to, have my viewers lose out on some sports talk over some cornball ass nigga. But I got to definitely bring it up, man. I got this dude on my YouTube, man. And, you know, he getting a little out of control. But you know what? I'm not going to give him no clout because I just spoke to my manager. And he just told me, Al, he just want clout. He got no subscribers. And he's talking for another man. You know, and I'm not even going to give him clout. Some other key handicapper. And it ain't the dude that I made the video. It's another dude, man. I ain't giving nobody no clout, man. But you know what I just came up with? That could be his woman. Because if he's talking for the other man, then he probably his bitch. So you know what? I definitely ain't going to talk about it. I got a bitch getting at me on YouTube. Man, you's a bitch, man. And with that, let me get to the show, man. My peoples, I'm sorry, man, if I started off wrong. But I just had to get this out the way real quick, man. We're going to start off real fast. We're going to go to the NBA. By the way, salute to CWN Sports, the Alyork Sports Show, the panel, the roundtable. Noah Parker, Will, the money line guy. Let me get that all out there, man. And my man, let me say this too. My man Slick Pickens, he just had a baby and a birthday. He had a baby and a birthday. Salute to you, brother. God bless you. Salute to Irvin. Now we can start the show. We're going to start right into the NBA where the Brooklyn Nets, who beat the 76ers in game one kind of convincingly, Sixers came back and got game two. And if y'all watch my show on Sunday, and if you didn't, you can go back to it or hear it via podcast. All you got to go is to ayss.cwnsports.com. That's the podcast. You're going to hear me say, no matter what line they put out for the Sixers, take them to win this game with the point spread. And they gave them out at 8.5. Now, it was a close game in the first half. There was only up 1. But it don't matter. They won by 22 and shit. And, you know, they handled their business, man. They really did, man. They came out yesterday. They handled their business. MB dropped 23. Tobias Harris 19. Ben Simmons hit 18. J.J. Redick hit 17. Jimmy Buckets only hit 7. He hit 36 game 1. They lost. He hit 7 game 2. And they won easily. So it might mean that other guys got to take the shots and not let Jimmy Buckets try to run the offense. Because obviously, like in game 1, it wasn't a good look. But a good comeback win for the 76ers. Now, like I said, if you're a better man, you can still get maybe Brooklyn at plus 600, plus 500 for the series. Not that the Sixers tied it. Maybe plus 400. I don't know what numbers out there. I will put $100 on Brooklyn to win the series. I just think Brooklyn, even if they lose, they're going to give Philadelphia everything they can handle. Everything they can handle. And you don't definitely want to drop minus 500 when you don't even know if Embiid's playing every game and if Ben Simmons is going to even score, because not what they doing to Ben, they leaving him outside like they daring him to shoot. You know, and he can't shoot. That's it. Bottom line, Ben Simmons can't shoot. So with that, saying that, if you're a betting man, you can still take an active series bet. Take Brooklyn plus 4, 5, 600, whatever it is. Put $100 on that. You lose, you only lose $100. So we done with the Sixers series. Now we're going to go to the series yesterday. Big game yesterday at the Oracle Arena. And Golden State, they was minus 13.5. They were killing the Clippers in the first half. They was up like 23 at the first half. It was basically ball game. I remember telling myself, who the hell was going to be Dub Nation? And once I thought that, I'm not saying because I thought it, I'm just saying I thought it, they even went up 31 points. So even when I said it at 23, it still didn't really apply because they went from 23 to 31, which they outscored them early by 8 points in the third quarter. And Cousins got hurt basically out the gate, but we know nobody knew Cousins' situation. But Dub Nation had what you call a double whammy yesterday. Not only did they give up a 31-point lead and didn't cover, they lost the game outright. And not only do they lose the game outright, you lost Cousins basically for the season. To me, that's huge. To me, I'm calling it right now. Dub Nation ain't winning it all. I felt with Cousins they could. they're not winning it all. And a lot of people might think otherwise because they feel like now they're going to have a chip on their shoulder, which this is probably what they needed. You know, my man Rio said, you know, you up 31, they put their guards down, they end up losing. This will probably wake them up, which I understand that. I'm not saying they're going to lose to the Clippers, even though right now is a series. Right now is a series. Doc Rivers got these guys playing. It's hard to say that when they was down 31 and they got blown out in game 1. But they've been resilient all year. I can admit that. Clippers have been resilient all year. And I didn't understand how they gave up a draft choice because they would have had a first rounder from somebody if they would not make the playoffs. And they made the playoffs, like, not barely, but, you know, but they was the 8th seed. I felt they should have, you know, Doc should have set the, you know, the starters down and get that draft because you need all the help you can get. You might get Kawhi next year. Not only that, you get a first rounder. You got the team that you got. Now you can make a real run for it. They sacrificed that number 1, but at least they can say they beat Golden State at least one game because I thought this has sweep written all over it. And not to mention, Clippers went on like on a 73-27 run, 37 run, something of that nature from the mid-third quarter on. And I'm telling you right now, there's 2 people that don't get enough props. Sweet Lou Williams, who I got lucky one day last year to sit down with his mother in the Silverton and to chill with his moms and kick it with his mom. And I even asked his mom, before I even knew his mom, she was like, I'm one of the mothers that a guy's playing. And I think Lou was still, I think he wasn't in the Clippers yet. I don't know. Maybe he might have been 2 years ago. I might be wrong. Don't hold me to the date. But all I know when I looked up, and I looked at her, and I said, you look just like Sweet Lou Williams. She said, yeah, I'm his mother. But she didn't gamble. She was very nice. And I did ask her if she approved of him having 2 girlfriends. I said, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be nosy, but I have to know. And she said yes because they both good to him. So with that little story, I'm happy to admit that. I'm happy for Sweet Lou Williams. And he is the best 6th man in the game. My man Noah Paul will put that out on the show. Plus, I already knew that. Lou Williams always can score. And what I didn't know is that he can take over a game. And he started, and he did that yesterday. He took over the game yesterday. He dropped 36. And another key guy that he gave me nothing the first couple years in the NBA, and I mentioned this on the show also, is Montrezl Harrell, who was a beast in Louisville. Then he went to Houston, and I didn't see none of that animal in Houston. I didn't even see it with the Clippers. But this year, Montrezl Harrell is playing the basketball that I thought he was bringing out of Louisville. And if Houston had Harrell with this type of game right now, Houston would definitely be my chip winners. Harrell is a monster down low, and he's contributing in every aspect, and even hit the 2-game winning foul shot to put the game out of reach yesterday to make him up 4 instead of missing 1-3. Then Dub Nation tied it, and it could have ended a whole different way. But salute to the Clippers. Gallinari 24, JaMychal Green 13. And for Dub Nation, who was up 31, they played a terrific game without Cousins. They did fell asleep. This is a wake-up call. Now when they be up 15, 20 points, they're not going to give up a game of this magnitude again. It's impossible. Steve Kerr won't let it happen. They won't let it happen. I mean, just the fact that this never happened before. And then when you look at the situation, 1 seed versus 8 seed, 2 final winners in a row versus a team that barely could get in the playoffs. I mean, they got in there, we were polling them, but you know, it was like a 1-round, 2-round team max, even with all that talent they had. But to lose a 31-point lead in the mid of a third quarter at home, number 1 seed, 2 finals in a row winners, it just sounds unbelievable. Like, I don't even know right now this makes this a real series. Because I'm thinking with the injury, I'm thinking KD and all of them going to step up, and they're going to definitely beat them at least 4-2. I might give Clippers one more game. But who's to say that the Clippers don't use this game right here and go win them 2 home games? And if that happens, then they got a huge chance of winning this game. But if they split in the Staples Center, that means Golden State got the home field advantage again, and they ain't going to lose another home game. The only way Clippers could win this series, they got to win them 2 in Staples Center. If not, it's series. Because the more you're going to get, like I said, you're going to get maybe 4-2, max 4-3. But if the Clippers win these both 2 games at home, is ball game. But let me go through Golden State. Steph Curry, 29. Having a big series, by the way. He dropped 30-something the first game, 29 game 2. Kevin Durant has to step up. He had 21. He's letting Patrick Beverly all in his head, which Durant, you got to stop that. You know he's trying to get in your head. You're too smart for that. Don't let that little Tasmanian devil, or I can't even get the name of the little African cat that be stabbing shit up. That's who Patrick Beverly reminds me of. You know what I'm saying? And Kevon Looney dropped 19. Klay Thompson, 17. Draymond Green had a real good game all around. He dropped 14. I still think Dub Nation finds a way to win, but this is a horrible loss in every which way you can break it down because they lost Boogie Cousins for the year. And I thought Boogie would be the difference, especially if they play the Rockets, because Capella had a field day against them. And Boogie, I thought, could, definitely tame Capella and put up better numbers than Capella. And with that, we're going to go to the NFL. One subject, I got a couple minutes to finish this. Russell Wilson ended up signing last night. 4 years, $140 million, $35 million annually, $65 million signing bonus. My boy and my panel, Noah Parker, texted me 4 in the morning. I was sleeping, or 2 in the morning, one of those two. And he told me, yo, they made the deal. Yesterday was the 15th. I did announce that if nothing happened by the 15th, he was demanding a trade. He put an ultimatum on them. And they got the deal done. And now he got his extension, like I said, 4 years, 140, 35 annually, 65 signing bonus. Now, if I'm saying anything wrong, I'm hitting you with the information that my partner Noah Parker hit me, which it should be correct. But if anything's wrong, then I got to go back and correct it. But big pickup for Seattle. Sorry for the Giants. Giants had their hopes high. They thought they was going to get Russell Wilson. That would have been a perfect fit with Saquon Barkley. You got Wilson and Barkley. Oh, that would have been beautiful in New York with Shepard. No Odell, but still, you know what I mean? You got Shepard, you got Ingram. It could have got crazy in New York. But like always, us New Yorks always get the bad end of the stick, and that's just life for us. Salute to the Seattle Seahawks. They got their man. And like I said, man, if you're going to be a tout anywhere, make sure you're a tout with credentials. Or if you ain't got credentials, at least get at the dude you getting at. And don't get at him by using another dude's name. Because you just clowned yourself, dog. Like, you clowned yourself so hard, I'm not even going to mention your name or what we were talking about. Because you went out like a straight clown. Stay off my page, dog, for real. Stay off my YouTube. You don't need to be on my YouTube. You ain't got nothing constructive to say. And even if you challenge me on some shit, I wouldn't mind. But the fact that you bringing another dude's name up and you saying he's better than me because he got more money than me, because he's a millionaire and I'm not, and that makes me broke. Which I am broke, because I'm trying to make $1 million, I'm broke. There's no type of money to me mean you're a millionaire to me unless you had at least $1 million. So I'm agree with that broke shit. But dog, you sucking on another nigga joint, that's a bad look. And with that, salute to everybody. Let me end it constructive. CWN Sports, the round table, the panel, Alyork Sports, the viewers, everybody, Slip Pickers, happy birthday and congratulations. Love y'all niggas. Alyork Sports coming to a theater near you.